Well, it is tough staying cool, especially for animals in Texas where temperatures are in the hundreds.
That's part of this week's edition of the Newshounds.
Here's the Newshounds, Lui and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the Newshounds, some athletic pups.
Trying to keep cool.
And the story of a chimp that'll warm your heart.
But first, it's the last day of Pride Month, and they celebrated at the London Zoo with rainbow-colored ice treats. Endangered ring-tailed lemurs were given heart-shaped versions of the animal-friendly ice lollies made with fruit tea. Squirrel monkeys swung to reach their treats made up of peas, sweet corn, and beetroot. The western lowland gorillas were given the largest of the lollies. Silverback Kaburi chowed down on his frozen cabbage. Happy Pride.
Welcome to the North American Dog Diving event in San Diego. Furry friends let it fly at this splashy competition. More than 100 dogs took to the air in the dock diving competition, including one bona fide canine celeb, Sounders. Last fall, Sounders set a vertical record with a 9-foot-high jump and flew a fantastic 34 feet in this year's distance competition. The daring dogs didn't disappoint by keeping their legs up.
It's scorching hot in Texas, and this cheetah at a wildlife center in Glen Rose cooled down with a specially made ice treat as temperatures hit 101. Also at the wildlife center, wolves sought relief by splashing in pools. A red wolf and a Mexican wolf enjoyed the cooling waters. And at the Houston Zoo, animals are beating the heat with icy treats and frequent swims. From bears to tortoises to sea lions and capybaras, all are keeping things cool.
And finally, meet Vanilla. This 28-year-old chimpanzee saw the sky for the very first time in her life at a sanctuary in Florida. She was awestruck. She was a survivor of a now-closed research lab in New York where chimps were kept in small cages. She has never been outside a lab cage. Vanilla was greeted with a hug by an alpha male, Dwight. She now calls Save the Chimps, a privately funded sanctuary in Fort Pierce, Florida, home. Vanilla is settling in. She gets along with the other 18 chimps in her island and has a playful relationship with Dwight. But back to that first glimpse of the sky. That look of awe is it all.
And that's this week's edition of the Newshounds.
That is something.
I love this.
That is something.
Yeah, and